morning, Jai Hind. Myself Vijay Mishra, class 12th A, chemistry, solid state. Topic solid state. Today I will explain solid state. Solid state, matter. The substance which occupy space and having mass, that is called matter. Matter means occupy space and having mass, that is called matter. As like chair, example, chair, table, air, N2, H2, cube, etc. States of matter. States of matter. States of matter. States of matter. There are mainly three states: solid state, liquid state, and gaseous state. Gaseous state. Today I will explain solid state. Solid state, definite shape and definite value. Definite shape and definite value is called solid state. Solid state. Example: chair, table, books, etc. We know about solid state. There are many properties. As like first, properties of solid. First, solid is incompressible. Solid is incompressible. Solid is incompressible means we cannot compress the solid particles. Incompressible means we cannot compress solid. Exception, sponge. Sponge is compressible because it has some pores. In which gases are filled up. We can compress the gas. By this reason, Sponge is a solid, but it is compressible. Second properties of solid. Second, first is incompressible, and its fluidity is zero. Fluidity is zero. Means solid cannot flow. Solid cannot flow. Fluidity is zero. As like, but there is a exception. An exception. There is an exception. Glass. Glass is called supercooled liquid. Supercooled liquid. Supercooled liquid because at high temperature, it can flow. It can flow. So glass is called supercooled liquid because at high temperature it can flow. By this reason, in summer season, in hot sunny day, in summer season, the glasses of window break. Glasses of window of high building break. It becomes thinner at upper part and thicker at lower end. It is due to fluidity in glasses. Third property of solid. There is no space. There is no space between molecules of solid. Molecules of solid. It vibrates. Solid particles means molecules of solid vibrates. It vibrates only towards mean position. By this reason, solid is rigid. Solid is rigid because intermolecular force is very strong intermolecular force is very strong in a solid. Solid. Intermolecular distance is very small and intermolecular force is very high. By this reason, solid is called rigid. Solid is rigid. Rigidity, solid shows rigidity property. And the next topic is types of solid. Types of solid. Solid is two types. Solid is two types. First is crystalline solid. Crystalline solid. And next one is amorphous. Amorphous solid. Solid is two types. First is crystalline solid and the other one is amorphous solid. Crystalline solid and amorphous solid. It is most important questions in a class 12 CBSE board. Crystalline solid. First, difference between crystalline solid and amorphous solid. There are a regular arrangement between crystalline solid. Molecules are regular. Molecules have regular arrangement. Regular arrangement. It has irregular arrangement. It has irregular. It has irregular arrangement. Second, it is a true solid. It is a true solid. It is pseudo solid. It is pseudo solid. As like glass. As like glass and plastic. Glass and plastic. Third, it is called anisotropic solid. It has an isotropic nature. An isotropic nature. It has an isotropic nature. It has isotropic nature. Anisotropic means physical property. It means physical property. Physical properties as like electrical conductance, refractive index are different in a different direction. Different in different direction in a XYZ plane. In XYZ plane. It has physical properties same in a R direction. Physical property. It means it has an isotropic nature. it has isotropic nature because it has physical properties same in R direction. It means physical property as like electrical conductance, refractive index are different in different direction. This is called anisotropic nature, and it has physical properties seen in the R direction. It has isotropic nature. Other example, fourth, crystalline solid. The solid in which atoms arranged in a regular manner. A lot of particles, a lot of solid molecules combined with each other in a x plane, y plane and a z plane. X plane, y plane and z plane, and attached with each other in all direction, and becomes a giant molecule, Giant, giant molecule, becomes a giant molecules that are called crystalline solid, and the smallest part of any crystalline solid is called a unit cell. When small units of any crystal combine with each other in x plane, y plane and z plane and makes an array and becomes a high molecular weight crystal that are called crystalline solid. Crystalline solid, and the smallest unit of crystalline solid is called a unit cell. The smallest unit cell combined with each other in x plane, y plane, z plane and becomes a giant molecule that are called crystalline solid. Study of crystal is called crystallography. We can study about crystals and its property. That the branch of science is called crystallography. There is atoms, unit cell. There is atom, unit cell. Unit cell this is a cubic unit cell. Cubic unit cell. Unit cell smallest part of any crystal. Smallest part of any crystal is called unit cell. As like example, brick. Brick is a unit cell, is an unit cell of a building. Unit cell is two types. Unit cell is two types. Simple unit cell, and the second one is centered unit cell. Simple unit cell and centered unit cell. Centered unit cell is three types. Centered unit cell is three types. First, simple unit cell is also called primitive unit cell. Primitive unit cell. Centered unit cell, BCC, FCC, and end-centered cubic unit cell. End-centered unit cell. FCC, BCC, and FCC end-centered. BCC means body centered unit cell. Body centered unit cell. FCC means face centered unit cell. Face centered unit cell. Face centered unit cell, end centered unit cell, and BCC means body centered unit cell. Unit cells are two types. Primitive unit cell, all the atoms acquire corners of cube is called simple unit cell. Simple unit cell. Simple unit cell. If the lattice point, that points are called lattice point. When atoms of unit cell acquire corners of cube, that are called simple unit cell. And body centered cubic unit cell. If the lattice point acquire corners of cubic unit cell as well as a center of the cube, that are called body centered cubic unit cell. It is called BCC. And FCC means if the atoms are ions acquire corners of the cube as well as faces of the cube, that are called face centered cubic unit cell. Corners as well as faces. Means it is a cuboid, as like cubes. Cube means if the sides of the surface having cuboid becomes equal, then it is called cube. Faces means one face, second, third, fourth, fifth, and it is sixth face. There are six faces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Six faces having in face-centered cubic unit cell. And the last one is end-centered cubic unit cell. End-centered cubic unit cell. If the atoms acquire the place at corners of the cube as well as 2 atoms at upper end and the lower end is called end-centered cubic unit cell. End-centered cubic unit cell. On the basis of these unit cell, there is an important questions asked in a board exam, which is based on numerical based on density of the crystal. Rho is equal to Z young by AQ and it is an equation. Rho density of the crystal. M atomic mass. A is length. Is length of the cube. Na means Avogadro number. And Z rank. Z means rank. Rank, it is an important term. Rho means density of the crystal, Z means rank, M means atomic mass of the cubic unit cell, A is as length of the cube, and Na is Avogadro number. How can you find Z? Z, for this purpose, we write down a note first. If the atoms of the unit cell acquire corners, if the atoms present at corner of the cube, its contribution is 1 by 8. Second, if the atom presents at center of the cube, its contribution is 1. If the atom present at faces, then its contribution is 1 by 4. 1 by 2. If the atom present at faces, then its contribution is 1 by 2. And the fourth, if atoms present at aces, then contribution is 1 by 4. There are 4 nodes. On the basis of these nodes, we can find out Z. We can find out Z. Z for simple unit cell. Z for simple unit cell. Z for simple unit cell. Z means rank. The atoms rank means the number of atoms per unit cell. Per unit cell is called rank of the unit cell. Rank of the crystal. Z for simple unit cell. Simple unit cell. Z is equal to, there are 8 atoms at corner, then 1 by 8 into 8 means 1. It is the rank of simple unit cell. Z for BCC. Z is equal to 1 by 8 into 8 plus 1 means 2. Z is equal to 2. For what? Z is equal to, Z for BCC, 1 by 8 into 8 plus 1 means 2. There is rank for BCC. And after this, rank for FCC. Rank for FCC. Rank for FCC. FCC means this is the FCC diagram. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Z